True leaders change lives and inspire others to achieve their goals.
Brian Townley has been teaching and inspiring bankers how to be a true leader since 2005. Through various state, national, and even international bank conferences and schools, he shares many of the same practices that have played a major role in his own banking success.
So it's much more than a bright smile and a lot of talk.
He has a rare blend of bank operations and bank marketing knowledge. Add to the fact that Brian has created some of the most revolutionary motivational and leadership programs in banking today, makes him uncomparable to any in his field.
Employees have to feel like it's about them before it can be about you, the business.
But his experience started way before that. Back in 1987, when he was still in high school, he first worked as a bank teller, working his way up the ranks through various leadership positions. And now he's the senior vice president in charge of human resources and marketing for the National Banks of Central Texas in Waco, Texas, the same bank he started at when he was just a teenager.
But in the beginning, there really wasn't any kind of formal training on being a leader or being a supervisor. I was lucky enough to be asked to be a supervisor, but really didn't have the formal training to do it.
Brian learned to train himself to become the best leader he could be, and he quickly learned it wasn't necessarily about the skills he had, but how he can motivate his employees to do better. He teaches that motivation is within an individual, and it's through inspiring leadership that the motivation can be unleashed. It's that winning combination that gets to the heart of his message.
If you can create a fun environment for your employees where it's something in it for them, then it's going to be all about us.
Brian's national speaking exposure opened the door for many opportunities. He's been the focus of many banking publications. His exposure also helped with the development of a full-service bank consulting company called Motivational Management Group, created specifically as an outlet for Brian to take his message into other banks and work with them directly on a one-on-one basis. Through this consulting firm, Brian can help banks develop the necessary motivational programs to help them succeed.
He is a great leader. I've seen him turn people that are pretty much quiet and not impressionable to people that are impressionable now.
He moves his audience. There is a shift in his audience from the time he begins speaking until he finishes, that if you can move the supervisor, then you can move the rest of the organization. Brian's message to supervisors everywhere is that they have the power to motivate and to coach people to their highest performance, and that with the right skills and the right tools, such as incentive plans, that they can actually improve the performance of their banks and take the performance of their employees to the next level.
The Texas Bankers Association is one organization that jumps at the chance to have Brian speak.
Because anytime I can find a banker who will speak to their peers, it's much more effective. He is well received by audiences, he's very engaging, very entertaining, and has tons of ideas. The idea guy, he's just the idea guy. He is chock full of it.
Those same ideas inspired Brian to write this debut book. It's called Inspiring Leadership: Unleashing Motivation in the Workplace.
And it's something that I'm very proud of, and it basically was a mountain of material that I've always had, from speaking, from things at the office, from just ideas that I had. I put everything together and just put it into one package, and hopefully people will get a lot of benefit from it. There's ideas around us everywhere, and so to be able to tap into the American culture, you know, our employees are going home and seeing TV shows like Survivor, The Apprentice, all these kind of things. I try to bring that back into the bank, so then we're having fun with it.
He's always had so many ideas that frankly it's almost hard to keep track of all of his ideas. And so I'm finally glad that he has put them into a book, and that it's a handy reference for everyone.
And Brian hopes those same ideas that continue to inspire him will inspire others to be true leaders.
I think the biggest benefit that you could get from the book is the understanding that we cannot motivate anyone to do anything. But if we inspire them, they will motivate themselves. And self-motivated employees are your most powerful. It gives them the sense of ownership that a paycheck itself can't give. So incentives are very important.